Hello everyone, my name is Eli and this is CMS Plus Sort with Framer. In this video I'm going to show you how to insert Sort Plus, configure and use it. We're going to explain why it's important, an example of the toggle, and then how to extend that to make it like a modular switch towards the end. So in the description I have timestamps so you can skip ahead. I also have additional links so that way if you want to learn more about CMS Plus and the other components it provides, there you go. For this example, let's go ahead and get started. This project has a list of cars, and for now I have it sorted by the make. If we go to our example project here, our page, this is using the Framer collection list, and if we preview this, I'm expecting the make to be the one that's sorted, the Acura and A to Z. There we go. Now from here, I can go ahead and apply a different sorting. For example, if I do the year, high to low, and there we go. It's applied right away, and I can just remove it just as easily. The problem is that providing choices. If I want the user to be able to click on price, year, make, and then toggle between it, well, that means I have to wrap everything in its own component because I need to set different variant for each choice. And its complexity only grows with the number of choices, with hooking up interactions, making sure the right variant is transitioned over. It can be quite messy. Now let's just say also that you've created this component, you put some time into it. Well, if the user is able to select year or make, Framer is not able to remember what they chose. So if the user goes to another page and they return, well, that preference is lost because it always applies whatever sorting defaults that you have selected in your component. So that's a problem. Now Sort Plus handles this for you. It handles single and multiple. So if we look at this example, it's able to auto detect what field is selected once we have it configured. It's able to toggle between it. And not only that, I have it, let's see, price low to high. If your user goes elsewhere, returns, it remembers a preference. So that's a good experience for them. And it's all handled by CMS Plus Sort. And let's go ahead and take a look at the toggle here. This is the page that we're working on, by the way. I already have Collection Plus already configured. We're using ID number 1. Now at this point, you should have Collection Plus configured as well. If you don't, please do so. Or if you're at the point where you still need help creating custom components with variables and then managing the variants and learning about interactions, then it's probably better to just bookmark right here and then come back later once you get some practice. But let's go ahead and continue with the toggle that I've created and how to provide the functionality. Now CMS Plus components are purely functional and modular, so they are designed to integrate with your own components. That way you can reuse what Framer provides in all of your design and make it highly customizable, and then you can add the CMS Plus functionality later. That's what I've done here. I have a toggle. It has a simple interaction that toggles between the first variant, second variant. This one is intended for low to high, this one high to low. And the only override is just switching the direction of the little symbol, the little caret. So if we preview this, that's all it does. Very simple, very basic. So let's just say you have your toggle ready to go. Well, okay, let's go ahead and insert Sort Plus. And I'm going to just do a quick search. And we're going to insert it. And notice how Framer already wants to have a space here for it. Our container is a stack. It has a gap. So there's different ways to go about it. We can set the gap to 0. Another easy way is just set it to absolute. It doesn't have any UI because it's purely function. So it just sits in the corner and you don't have to worry about it. Now let's move on to the configuration. We've already added Sort Plus. We have it selected. We're in our primary variant. So let's go ahead and scroll all the way down to see the configuration that we're working with. Right now we're going to focus on only price to keep it simple. So we've already stated that we're working with Collection Plus ID 1. Okay. Now price, if we take a look at our CMS, price is a number. That's the type. We want to make sure we choose the correct type. So here's number. This is case sensitive. We're doing price. And the order direction, ascending, is matching. We have low to high. For this variant, which we've called high to low, we want to switch that. So we'll click on Sort Plus here, and we'll apply an override. Lastly, the most important is to have persistent order to work. If you switch this off to no, then you don't have to worry about it. You can move on from here. But we want to keep that feature on. If you want to learn more, click on here. That way, when the customer returns, the visitor returns to your page, CMS Plus knows to sync the variant with the value. So the way we do that is we hook up an interaction. So we add an interaction, we create a new transition, and this is the condition. So on sort, when the order is ascending, we want to define it and we want to show this variant. Okay, now we add the other one. On sort, when the order is descending, we want to make sure that we show high to low. And again, this is when the visitor returns back to the page. CMS Plus is going to look back and say, well, if this is enabled, what direction is it? Okay, let me know what variant I need to show. And that's it. So if we go to the page, I already have it on the page. I already have Collection Plus ID 1 ready to go. That is it. So if we preview, we already have the capabilities of on-demand sorting. Not only that, if you pay attention, we are going from high to low. If the user goes to some other page and then comes back, it remembers our preference. Now, to save on time, we're not going to build the switch from the ground up, but you already get the concept of that. Right now, we focus primarily on just price. So you'll notice that this is not really modular. Everything's set within the component. In order to make it modular, so that way we can reuse it, we need to set up variables for this, and that's what the switch is. So if we go to this example, which is what we use on the multiple page that I showed you, we've added another state. This is not selected. Because remember, when we're switching between the different field types, the different sort options, CMS Plus needs to know that, oh, well, if this one is not being used anymore, it's not selected, I need to show this variant, so to automatically sync it for you. So if we take a look here, and then for this variant, I think all I did was, I hid the symbol here. So I've added the on sort, and this one's called off. So on sort off will automatically transition to not selected. And at the bottom, we set up variables for almost all of them, except for the order here, because this is the only one that's going to be handled within the component itself. So now we can configure this on the page itself. So if we go ahead and take a look at our multiple example, we have all these as a sort. And because it has variables, we can configure it right on the page. And it's already usable. So for example, if you want to add, for example, this is model and it's just a text. Let's go ahead and duplicate the make. We no longer need model because this is going to be the replacement. We're working with collection ID 2 here to keep it separate from the first example. And plain text, let's just make sure. Again, we're focusing on model. So if we go to our CMS, this is model, and this is a plain text. Perfect. Just double check. Plain text. This is no longer make, this is model. And then it's ready to go. That's it. So if we preview, you'll notice that model is already active. This is for right here, A to Z, Z to A, switch over, Acura, Volvo. And just like that, CMS Plus Sort is able to bring you on-demand sorting, just like CMS filters, on-demand filters, and they all work together. It saves you a lot of time, so that way you don't have to set up different components, work around with the web of interactions. It's all available for you. So again, thank you so much for your time. Any more additional information is down in the description with a bunch of links. Have a good day.